Hello, it's the first of the Tour's 2 scheduled rest days, although any relief we might feel at the race, having made it this far without any positive tests for coronavirus, has to be tempered by the knowledge that today is the first time since before the start of the race that all the riders will be tested. So the real relief will come not at having got to the rest day, but having got through it to the start of stage 10 tomorrow. Still, we begin the show in a spirit of optimism with a recap of the first 9 days.
And there we go, le départ est donné. Let's go, the Tour de France is on.
Amid all the predictions about whether the Tour would or wouldn't start, the one thing nobody had foreseen was the weather.
I don't think it's going to rain, to be honest.
Nice was anything but. At least the road captain's WhatsApp group had thought to plan for such an eventuality. But then Astana decided to leave the group, setting their leader up for a not-so-super slow-mo smash.
His teammates run.
Is he going to stop that?
When the peloton finally reached the Promenade des Anglais, there was still time for yet more spills.
Frustration maddens Thibaut Pinot.
Before we finally got to the thrills.
And no, Alexander Kristoff gets there in the end. What a ride!
Not many had forecasted the Norwegian would finish the day in yellow, but then again, this has not exactly been a season of fruitful prognostication.
It came out that my forecast on my phone is crap.
Azure Skies returned to the Côte for stage 2, as much of the peloton rode the roads they spend much of the year training on. But if familiarity traditionally breeds contempt, here it only signified inevitability. Just because you know what's about to happen doesn't mean you can do anything about it.
Here goes Alaphilippe now. The big expected attack has happened, and he takes with him a rider from Sunweb, Mark Hirschi.
In the blink of an eye, Adam Yates bridged across to the 2 leaders, and as they swept down towards the finish line and into a block headwind, the question was, could they hold off the charging peloton?
It's on a knife edge this stage. Alaphilippe goes. Hirschi trying to get on terms with him. Alaphilippe is going to take him, is he? Alaphilippe takes the victory of stage 2.
It was evident just how much it meant.
Voilà, je voulais juste dédier cette victoire à mon papa. Ça me tenait à cœur et je suis vraiment content d'y être arrivé.
The brio on the bike may be the same as 2019, but off it, there's a difference. They say that the devil is in the details, so here are the key ones from a fairly mundane stage as the Tour finally left Nice. "110 kilometres, the distance spent out in front on his own by Jérôme Cousin after he was deserted by his breakaway companions when the last KOM points had been divided up, the ultimate exercise in futility. And 110 micrometres, approximately, the distance that Caleb Ewan managed to avoid Peter Sagan's rear wheel and the barrier en route to snatching the stage win from under the nose of Sam Bennett.
And Caleb Ewan gets there. He takes his 4th career win at the Tour de France.
Joy for a Lotto Soudal team that had been stripped on the very first stage of 2 of their biggest names, Philippe Gilbert and John Degenkolb. Having successfully stormed the Citadel with only 1 casualty, the hapless Anthony Perez, the peloton was driven north by El Tractor, Tim de Klerk. Up ahead, in the 6-man breakaway, another Belgian, Thijs Benoot, headed due south after overcooking it on the descent of the Côte d'Oyonnière. But on the final climb up to Orsières-Melette, it was a 3rd son of Flanders who really caught the eye.
Wow, well, Van Aert is just setting an infernal pace here. He could probably win from here, couldn't he?
Such was Van Aert's relentless pace that, apart from the ever-improving Guillaume Martin, the only person who could launch off the front was his team leader.
Primož Roglic taking Tadej Pogačar to the line, and Roglic is going to make a big statement here. He takes the win. Pogačar in 2nd place.
At this rate, they'll be renaming the country Fast Vigna. Stage 5 was more of a promenade than a bike race. Well, at least until the final 10K, when Ineos Grenadiers attempted to blow the race wide open. But by the time the finish line hove into view, Team Sunweb were on the front looking to boss the sprint, except that an intruder was in their midst.
The Belgian on the wheel of the Dutchman. Kees Bol then on the left-hand side of the road. Wout van Aert though on the right. Those two riders going clear. Bennett battling for position. Bol, Van Aert, he's done it!
An extraordinary effort from an incredible rider. But the unbelievable news was yet to filter through. Julian Alaphilippe had received a 20-second time penalty after an eagle-eyed commissaire spotted him taking a bottle with less than 20k to go, which meant that Adam Yates found himself in yellow, the 9th Brit to wear Le Maillot Jaune. Welcome to the club. There was also a new boy in green, Sam Bennett, rewarded for his consistency over the first 5 stages. But this was not to be a day for the sprinters. Instead, a textbook échappée royale got away. And it soon became apparent that the peloton was neither able nor perhaps inclined to chase the breakaway down. And we were then treated to a textbook ride from Astana's Kazakh national champion Alexei Lutsenko. He paced his climb of the Col de la Lucette to perfection, marking EF's American tyro, Nelson Paulus, and then accelerating up the steepest part to rid himself of the dangerous Greg van Avermaet. From there, it was a straightforward solo to the finish line and a richly deserved win.
This is bigger than anything he's done before. Alexei Lutsenko is going to cross the line all on his own in that splendid-looking Kazakh national champions jersey on top of a famous climb here at the Tour de France.
Le Viaduct de Millar provided just about the only bridging on a stage which saw the field split asunder by a full-bore Hansgrohe offensive in support of Peter Sagan from pretty much kilometre zero. Most of the fancied sprinters were cut adrift as the pace never relented. And several GC contenders also lost valuable time as the tension was dialed up and the crosswinds began to bite.
Pogacar is the first big-name casualty in the crosswinds. So Landa, Port, Pogacar, no coming back.
With the table set, time for the Slovakian cannibal to feast.
And now it's Jasper Stuyven, muscular, but it's Wout van Aert! And Wout van Aert alongside Edvard Buitenhagen, Coquart close, but Van Aert is the winner, and Sagan in the frame was nowhere.
Back in green, perhaps, but with the official explanation of a dropped chain, was Sagan's 13th place finish just another case of unluck, or might it signal something more terminal?
Yeah, everything was pretty nice and just cycling.
After that animation, the race was ready to fly into the Pyrenees. While Jérôme Cousin once again tried to take social distancing to extreme levels on the Orcadsgru Port de Balais, the yellow jersey group was being dragged along by none other than the previous day's stage winner. Yet again putting the wow into Wout van Aert, this once-in-a-generation talent effectively ended Thibaut Pinot's tour. Bedeviled by back pain, the great French hope finished the stage, but any dreams of a podium in Paris are over. The final climb of the day, the Péresord, had a little bit of everything. Alaphilippe attacked, and then cracked. Tadej Pogacar attacked 3 times, the final one snapping the elastic as he put 3/4 of a minute into the GC contenders. Almost forgotten in all this was a tremendous ride by AG2R's Nans Peters to take stage honours. Pogacar maintained his advantage, but it was not enough to wrest the yellow jersey from a gutsy Adam Yates. If he'd felt embarrassed about wearing it before, not anymore. Stage 9 promised 2 Cat 1 climbs, but guaranteed nothing, except a breakaway. But on this crazy voyage into the unknown, who could have predicted that it would be a solo one?
Whoa! Just about. Oh! Exceptional ride from Marc Hirschi.
On the final climb, the precipitous Col de Marie Blanc, Pogacar once again went on the charge.
Difficult day for Adam Yates. Perhaps you sensed it coming, but it has come.
There was a Slovenian pas de deux at the summit, while Hershey's descent was on the limit. Caught by a gang of four within sight of the finish, could the mouse become the cat?
Mark Hirschi, an exceptional ride by the Swiss rider. Everybody would be willing him to victory, but he's got Pogacar for company. Close between those two, and Roglic at the line. Pogacar takes the win. Hirschi thwarted.